Hey everybody, all four of you so far, back for another FF7 stream. We've been pretty good about making this 1 PM every Saturday, so we'll try and keep that up. As usual, let me know how the audio sounds. We'll give it a minute before we start.
The Buster Sword on this title screen is like kind of weirdly aliased.
The pixelation, yeah.
Looks jagged.
I mean, I have the scan lines on. It shouldn't look that bad.
I think that's just how it is.
Oh, I guess there's no music playing. So I'll actually open up the save. Everything sounds good according to Caplag. Thank you.
Caplag,
you know, I do this audio check. Yeah, Caplag's awesome. Follow Caplag on Blue Sky. Andy's in the or he or she, or you can tell us your pronoun if you'd like. They're in the Tuna Mods Discord, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I always ask, like, is the sound okay? And everyone's like, yeah, it's fine. And then I watch the stream back later and something's completely fucking jacked up. Like, my voice was so loud last time. So I have it lower this time.
People are too picky, I guess.
Well, but maybe also people are just, like, listening on their computer speakers and not headphones. In which case, everything just kind of gets mushed together.
Well, I'm the guy who was editing all of our audio without headphones for quite a while.
Our audio game has really gone up for this next video. Like, if you have headphones, definitely put them on when you watch it.
South himself, it's really good.
Alright, Cloud has enemy skill, he's got fire elemental. Okay, so I got Matcha Magic, and I'll get Beta before we go into the mines. And then...
you're feeling brave.
Well, I don't need anything after that until Big Guard. And then... Is Big Guard even useful? I know White Wind is not useful. Big Guard's useful. Okay. I know one of those two is not useful.
Skill.
Alright, we'll do Big Guard, and then I'll do Aqualung, and then and then Trine. And I think that's really all I need, right?
Yeah, if you're not being a completionist about it.
Yeah,
most of them are kind of terrible.
Oh, you're on yeah, no, that's fine. Well, it's good to know how it sounds on speakers. Alright, so to recap, last time we finished the column flashback, and then we went straight outside and saved. And I did a little grinding, maybe like 5 levels, just to give us some nice cushion. Let's talk to some of these guys. So this is the beginning of the tracking down the black-cloaked men.
Yep.
Which is sort of... There's that little page in the Ultimania with, like... It's like telling you which of these are, like, clones. I have a question mostly get all the time, but where the name Last Elixir Productions come from? Actually, no one's ever asked that. But, so in the original FF7 on PS1, like the 1997 translation, if you're up on Gaia's cliffs, you can find a Mega Elixir, but it's erroneously translated as Last Elixir. And that's because the Japanese for Mega Elixir is Last Elixir. But it's just that one elixir in the game, and it almost seems like it's telling you that you're never going to get another elixir after that. Like, it's a regular elixir, but it's just the last one you're going to get.
Yeah. Probably not the most remembered typo in the original translation, but I always thought it was kind of
No,
funny.
yeah. I mean, we were brainstorming and we wanted to be a translation-related title for the channel. And I was trying to think
it's
of,
a
like,
little more unique
catchy...
than, like, the Sky are sick productions.
Right, yeah, that would be too verbose, right? And then, like, Be a Cause was already taken. And then one other one was, what was it? The Battle Square one. What is it? Way Off?
Off Course Productions.
Off Course. Yeah, Off Course Productions. But that felt a little too ambiguous, like it wasn't recognizable enough.
Last Elixir is good because it has the translation thing, and it's also very obvious
Yeah.
like Final Fantasy.
And we got the cool little icon out of it.
Yeah. I need to make this like a more proper logo. I've been
Like
thinking
an
about that
actual
for a while.
pixel art recreation.
No,
Yeah.
like we've got the little bottle, and I think that's fine. But like the Last Elixir text, like our banner's just a sans serif font. It's kind of boring.
Yeah. It does show
Just
up
doing,
on the, like when I do the stream schedules, that's what shows up by default. So it'd be nice to have it a little fancier. Found out earlier today that Matra is a French company that makes missiles. One of their models is called Magic, and that fills up a bunch of the Google image results for that enemy skill's name. Oh. So that's probably it, right? That's the origin of that?
I guess funny story about Match. In remake, we call it Restoration Attack. And
Say
the
that
only
again?
reason we don't call it that here,
What attack?
Huh?
What attack? You got a little garbled.
Saturation Attack.
Oh. Yeah.
It's
That
used
sounds
by
familiar.
a couple enemies. It's not actually an enemy skill for whatever reason. But that was just too long for the enemy skill menu, so we just stuck with the original name.
This line here is in Rebirth. Just one of those random lines. These shop people just say, this here's the X shop.
Yeah, weren't really firing on all cylinders for Calm.
Hey Durian,
Shops anyway.
nice to see you.
You could just barely
RP8564,
read
nice to
those
see you.
fucking signs.
Ooh, what's bio called in your translation? Still bio, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, bio, biora, bioga.
Also kind of a snowstorm where I am, so my internet might be a little choppy today.
Odie, a little quiet. I got you at max. I can boost you, but could you also maybe just get a little closer to the mic?
I'm wearing a headset mic, it's like right next to my mouth.
Okay, yeah, you are a little low. Hold on a second. Let me think. Let me,
I make myself louder.
just put a gain filter on you. Okay, can you talk for a minute?
I sure can, I sure
Okay,
can.
that's good. I'm just gonna do 2. I think that should be good. What was I saying? So, in the OG, it's a little different from Remake because you have all of these. You have like Genova herself moving around, disguised as Sephiroth, and she's not being carried by the Black Cloaks, but you also have a bunch of Black Cloaks moving around on their own. Just the Sephiroth
Well, we
copies.
talked about it a bit in the Zac video.
In the
I
Zac
think,
video.
right?
Well, yeah, if you pause that giant field of text, you'll see an explanation.
Yeah, the Elmira bit.
Yeah, it's turning out to be a pretty brutal winter. I'm in Rochester, upstate New York. So, the winters are
You're
always a
even
bit...
norther than I am.
Yeah, the winters are always a bit rough. And we had like a stretch of mild winters for like 5 years, and everyone just like forgot how to deal with snow and ice.
The good old street plow hasn't come by my neighborhood yet, so I'm kind of just trapped here currently.
What is it? Allentown?
Allentown, yeah.
Allentown. So we're coming up on the Chocobo Ranch, which was probably the single most problematic part of adapting this ROM patch, this PS1 ROM patch. Hit by Hammers, the guy who did it, immediately ran into crashes. Huh? Oh, Hit by Bricks.
Hit by Bricks.
Hit by Bricks. They're both good. Oh shit, do I have to pick a particular...
You have to pick the top one.
Okay. He got into this map and it just crashed immediately. And it took a while for us to figure out what was going on. It was the only map in the entire game that had this problem. And it was just a problem with there being too much text in the F level file, or in the, what do you call this like the scripting groups of the F level file?
Yeah, that's good enough.
Yeah. So this version is a little different from what you'll find on PC. Like, I had to trim down some sentences and take out a few lines.
This map barely has any text, so I don't know why this one would crash.
I think that they're all connected for some reason.
Yeah.
That's right. Never heard of it? It's a monster of a serpent more than 10 meters tall.
We kept going back and forth on if that should be in metric units or American units.
Good afternoon, Disfantasy. Thanks for joining us. Well, remake also shifts between feet and meters, so we're just like, let's do what sounds better.
Okay, here's something fucked up about this map that you won't notice unless I point it out. Both of the doorways work. Like, they have full animations for door being closed and open.
Mm-hmm.
And they just took that out for some reason.
But there's no door? Oh, this one has a door.
Both of them have doors. The one on the right is just totally removed. Like, both of its frames of animation are turned off.
Yeah, they seem to just give up on a lot of the doors in this game.
I fixed that in Arch mode. No one will ever notice or care, but I did it.
Alright, Billy. Sure. Sorry, Pops, but you're out of luck. That's a rebirth line. Pops. We're all out of birds. One out front or someone else's. Chocobos give you a enemy skill, right? Yeah, Chocobuckle.
Yeah. I think you have to use like level 4 death on them.
Ooh. There was an extra space in there, wasn't it?
I didn't see.
I don't know if I can get him to say it again. No. Talk to Chloe.
He's become a shop now.
Chloe called Chol in the original for some reason. I don't know, what is the mechanics?
Joke in Japanese. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
What's the mechanics for getting Fat Chocobo from Chocobuckle? Like, what's the math?
Oh, I think it's just a 10% chance.
There you have it.
The battle mechanics aren't my strong suit.
Alright, I'm gonna try to get beta from the Midgard's armor first. Cloud has an elemental fire, so should be able to just tank it and then run away.
Don't you have to win the fight to get the enemy skill?
I don't think so.
I know if he knocks all the party members away, you don't get to keep it.
Yeah.
Good old Midgar Sormer. I feel like such a big hypocrite because I will constantly just use the original localization names for things anyway.
I know, it just
Like I
goes
still
right into
call
my brain.
this guy the Zolom.
Well, how does this work? You just have to hope he uses beta instead of one
You
hitting
have
you
to
with
do
this?
enough damage,
Oh, okay.
and then he'll use it.
Yep, this is officially released now. I guess I should have said that. It's officially released now, and if you check on our Blue Sky, or if you just go right to our website, you can find the link for it.
Just this morning, I also put the link for it on my Quim forum thread for SAC.
Good.
It is now available.
Alright, see if I can get to that threshold.
Giving you 3 tries before we move on, because I don't want this to be the stream.
Yeah, it's fine.
You have poison, right? You might want to poison him.
Oh. We got Thundara.
Hello, welcome in.
Good afternoon, Cross Plus. Has anyone invested in any of the football games today?
Is anyone invested in Shinra coin? A new hot crypto?
Anyone buy that Shinra coin dip? Oh, this is it, right?
Yeah. Well, he's not going to use it straight away, but now that he's in this position, he's ready to. Should use Healing Wind, probably.
Yeah. What did you think of the Midgar Zolom rebirth fight?
The boss fight's fine, I just think it loses all of its narrative impact.
Yeah.
Like, this has been said ad nauseum at this point, but, you know, if any first-time player is gonna get murdered by this thing a bunch, ride a chocobo across, and then find out Sephiroth effortlessly murdered it. And that is such an incredible way to establish how much, you know, what you're up against.
I guess, but they've already sort of abandoned that, right? You know, if they wanted to do that...
After the Ender remake, we were well past putting a snake on a tree.
Yeah. But also, if that had been the direction, then they would have, I think, made him much more impactful in the opening Nibelheim flashback. Instead of like getting knocked on his ass by a little goblin, warty little goblin. Is this right? They'll just use it eventually, or do I gotta keep attacking?
I think you maybe still have to attack him more. Look, I have
I'm
to
alright
toe a
with,
fine line here. Because I don't want to be so negative about the remake. Because a lot of people kind of expect us to just hate it when I don't. But, yeah. Mistakes were made in some places, I think.
He uses it now. Okay. Okay, gotcha. I remember this being a lot easier.
Well, if you're doing it slightly later instead of immediately, it's not that hard.
I feel like I'd usually do it at the beginning. You know, I think that you can sort of give up your impactful scenes if you substitute them with other equally impactful scenes. I thought the end of the fight was cool with Rebirth, right?
I think you're done here, bud.
Yeah, I'm not gonna try again. He has to have under 1,500 of 4,000. Alright. It's time to catch a chocobo.
Really handy that legal PS1 has a fast forward button.
Mm-hmm. It's all original hardware, baby.
Once we've like finalized the script, I might actually try to put it on a disc.
I could do it right now. I mean, I don't really need it. I can just like power level off stream whenever I need to. Bird boot. A lot of these attack names come from Crisis Core with these guys. Crisis Core had tons of the original attacks.
I think Remake and
Oh.
Rebirth had enough of them that there aren't that many examples of Crisis Core.
I need the lure. No, Crisis Core got
Or you're
quite a
not
few
gonna just
attack
try
names
to run
in.
across the swamp.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
Did you buy greens?
Yeah.
Why did you disassemble your house, Mr. FF7 Music?
Disassemble his house? Did I get absolutely no comments about anyone watching football today? I'd be perfectly happy if that was true.
I think you didn't.
That's good.
That stinks.
Nice.
Hope your houses get fixed real good then.
Hit by a flash flood, I'm sorry. Where do you live? Sephiroth do this?
I'm really happy that's like one thing from OG that's managed to like survive the test of time as a meme.
Mm-hmm.
I think my favorites, like Cloud and them, are looking up at like a fucking shopping cart or something that somehow ended up on the top of a lamppost.
The, like, eternal struggle of remake, and I feel like especially with Rebirth, is like they feel compelled to have a boss fight every, what, 30 minutes? 30 minutes to an hour? Right, they really shy away.
At the end of every chapter.
I mean, there's multiple ones per chapter. There's like, maybe you could call them mini bosses. But they really shy away from just having long, aside from exploration, which is sort of like a extra story kind of gameplay thing, right? But in terms of the actual story, it feels like it's rare to have like an hour-long segment with no real battles. No high-stakes battles.
Yeah, like a lot of moments that aren't boss fights in the original game get turned into them. Like, Reno in the church, and then coming up singing it. Or Elena and Rude in the Mithril.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
The boss fights themselves are very good, though. I mean, fortunately. If they weren't, they'd have a big problem. Like, it's hard to think of a bad boss fight in Rebirth. The Temple of the Ancients boss fight was pretty rough.
But the
Like, just the gauntlet.
demon wall?
No, like... Oh, nice. Okay. Well, I got a fire move now. Temple of the Ancients, you go from... Red Dragon... And then... You have a bit of a break. But then you do... Rude and... Reno, and then you do
right.
Elena and
I
Sung,
forgot about that fight.
and then you do Demon Wall. Yeah.
I was kind of happy with the Elena and Sung fight because it's the first time ever you get to fight him.
I don't really feel like the Rude Sung one was necessary.
Rude and Reno, you mean?
Yeah, Rude and Reno. I mean, they could have still had the scene, but didn't need it to be a whole fight. A new limit break? What did I get? On Cloud? Blade Beam or something? So in case you didn't know, it was planned earlier that you'd be able to get Yuffie before entering the mines here. And so she has an unused line of dialogue at the Midgard's armor there.
It's sort of a 50-50 thing because she has a line for that, but then she doesn't have a line for the upcoming Turk scene.
Yeah.
So I don't know how solid of evidence that actually is.
I don't know. Probably two different planners.
Documentation that she was meant to get begotten after calm at the very least.
It's difficult to explain what we Turks do. Kidnap people? An uncharitable way of putting it.
Fight giant eldritch monsters and save the world.
Yeah. Everyone knows you fucking suck at speeches. Has her, like, habit of letting information slip come up in Rebirth?
I don't think so.
They made her, like, a lot more competent. Kind of like they've made everyone a lot more competent at Shinra.
How she's written in Rebirth is a lot more like how she's written in The Kids Are Alright.
Right, and
I guess it shouldn't be too surprising.
Yeah. It's fine. I like her a lot in Rebirth.
I think her new like main character trait is just kind of being sort of arrogant and aggressive, more so than the other Turks.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's got something to prove.
It's possible the Turk scene was put together sometime after the Midgar Zalem scene and the decision to push Yuffie back was made between those two. Yeah. It's perfectly possible. Or also, they were just designed by two different event planners that didn't have communication.
Yeah. To give you an idea, there are other places where this happens, like Sid has a reaction to Cloud. You know, when you first get the Nibelheim, where he's like, hey, did you lie to us about your backstory?
You know, a comment on
when
this
obviously
line?
You can't.
Sorry.
Reno's new weapon that he's gonna totally have in the next fight. It's gonna be really cool, guys. Just you wait.
If you look closely, his rod is actually 1 inch longer the next time you fight him. It's totally different rod.
In the next battle, he doesn't use fucking Pyramid anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And he starts using Turk's Beam. And I'm wondering if that's what that's supposed to indicate. I don't know.
But like, wouldn't they say like new technique? That were the case. Is there a chest in here? Yeah, boy.
I would say that Reno Fight 1 is far more threatening than he is in the later fights, though.
Mm-hmm.
So you could potentially, trap your whole party.
I liked Remake Rebirth, but I felt like they go way too hard on bombastic big scene moments that were either more natural or suspenseful in OG. It had too much fanfare and boom, explosions everywhere. I know what you mean. I think that's the most commonly articulated complaint. It's hard if you're remaking it. You're gonna feel tempted, like you gotta one up how things were depicted in the original, right? So sometimes that means just sort of deepening the depiction and I don't know, adding more detail, more backstory, or sort of contextualizing it in a more grounded world building. But other times it means just literally cranking up the explosions and stuff.
It's kind of hit or miss too, because like one place I think is like unequivocally better in Rebirth than in the original game is Upper Junon. That's a place where them just going overboard really works out. But there are other places, such as a certain scene we released a 40-minute video on, where they could have used a little restraint.
Upper Junon, like with the 7th Infantry stuff and all that?
Yeah, in the parade.
Yeah, I really liked that whole sequence. That was great.
It's already a really fun moment in the original game,
Mm-hmm.
but I think getting the other party members involved and having it be like this whole big squadron you're leading, and actually getting to participate in the parade in like a more elaborate way than mashing X.
You want to talk about
I
how
like
this Fort Condor game used to work?
Okay, yeah, sure. So there's a little bit of evidence that originally the game was going to, you were only going to be allowed to fail the Fort Condor minigame so many times before Fort Condor itself would be taken over by Shinra and everyone would die. And if you lose the RTS minigame and the subsequent boss fight with the easy, pathetic enemies, like a handful of times the fort would be lost.
And there'd be a dedicated scene about that, right?
Yeah. That scene still exists, and you can see
Right.
the Sid version of it if you lose the huge materia version of the
Right.
battle.
But there's also
it
a
also
Cloud
exists with
and a
Tifa
Tifa.
and Cloud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big old bird.
So in archaeology mode, probably nobody's ever going to see it naturally, but if you lose the mini game like 10 times, no, only 7 actually, you will see that scene.
Is this my first playthrough? This is my first playthrough of the mod on this, but very far from my first playthrough of FF7.
I guess the one way it can get you is the way the minigame works. I don't think a lot of people really get how it actually works, because I see people all the time trying to do every single possible Fort Condor minigame like it's intended to be played that way. But the minigame works by we've talked about this in a couple of the videos, but there's something called PPV, the plot progression value. Basically, every time that value increments by 12, you will be able to play a new Fort Condor minigame. So, like, that's why the times when you could play new ones is so weird and arbitrary, because it has nothing. There's not like pre-planned moments where you can get a new Fort Condor game by the developers. It just, however it shakes out with how they use the PPV and the various scenes.
Right. And the rewards for most of them are random, right? Taken from a table?
Yeah, it's usually just some items, like a few elixirs or something. It's usually nothing worthwhile.
I mean, there's nothing unique, but
like,
but not only that, but like it's not locked in for each encounter, is it? I thought it was random.
I think it might be.
Oh.
Yeah, you could definitely get certain rewards in certain games. Like, you're always going to get some equipment for Red 13 if you do it right now. But I was just going to say, the other way the minigame works is you can technically miss a Fort Condor minigame. If the PPV goes up by 70, it will consider you as having missed one. And, at least how I implemented it in the mod, that also counts as having not having lost one, bringing the fort closer to destruction.
Right. I like the minigame.
So that's the other way.
Should we do one real quick?
Yeah, you get some good equipment from the very first one, so you might as well.
I'll do the first one, and then I'll just do the mandatory one later. You gotta remind me how to do this, though.
Do you want to do it for real, or do you want to just cheat
I want to
like
cheese
everybody else?
I want to cheese it.
Okay. I will teach you the ways once you get into the minigame.
It is, like, overly complicated, in my opinion. Like, you can choose to participate yourself, but you can also, like, donate funds.
Yeah, if you donate, that also If you donate funds, that will make it so if you miss one, it doesn't count as a loss.
Mm-hmm.
So clearly they wanted to have that be the main, like the central mechanic of this place. Is that if you neglect it too much, it'll be destroyed. But
rewards are fixed by
guessing
number of wins. Got it. Music, thanks. This was such a pain in the ass to translate all these.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you're translating stuff that no one's ever gonna look at, and you know it.
I also still haven't actually updated the textures in the mini games.
I know.
So what we call things in those menus is not what they're called in the mini.
That could be a part 3 goal. Stretch goal for 5,000 Patreon subscribers.
Yeah. When I could make a living off our Patreon, that's when I'll do that.
All right, 10 enemies. All right, how do I do this?
Is the mini game starting? Oh, there we go.
Go all the way down here, right?
Okay, so just just put down one guy.
Here?
Set the speed. Yeah, just the cheapest guy.
How do I set the speed again?
Okay. Not yet. You gotta start the game first.
Okay, just go ahead.
Now just start the game. You're fine.
How do I set?
Yeah,
I think it's R2.
Now set the speed as low as it'll go.
Oh, low. Okay.
And then just every time you put a guy down, it'll push that line lower. You gotta put him right up on the line. I mean, and then you just get him all the way to the bottom. There's a fixed point where it won't get any lower. I think it's right there. So now you just gotta kill the very first enemy that appears, and you will instantly win. This is how you just refuse to engage with this entire minigame.
Oh shit. What do I do with this guy?
You got unlucky. You gotta kill that one too. That's a win condition for this minigame, is just no more. If you kill every enemy that's currently on screen before more can spawn, you win. Instead of having to like endure the entire wave. Like watching Whimsy do this for real was the first time I'd ever fucking seen this played properly. And it goes on forever.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah. That's how you cheat.
What do I get? Don't I get a red 13 weapon?
Yeah.
Nice. That's really good too. As I recall.
It's
cool thing about this map
for quite a while.
Is do you see that little thing? Can you see my cursor on the screen?
There's a mole.
No, you can't. Yeah, there's a little mole just below and to the right of me. He's just burrowed in there. I think that's awesome.
I mean, I guess I could talk about this way later, but everybody points out that one bit in the Great Glacier where Aerith has a line, even though she's dead by that point.
Oh, my cursor was on the screen.
She also has dialogue here for the huge materia event. She has some dialogue.
This map was all handled by one of the staff members named Yoshioka, who did Wall Market and the Great Glacier.
Oh yeah. She didn't get the memo.
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta get Yuffie?
Yeah. I'll speed it up.
feel like I read once that the minigames themselves were all made by like technical students. They were
Yeah, a lot of them were made by
considering hiring.
Yeah, not like interns, but like sort of trial hires out of graduates or out of vocational school.
Yeah. Wonder how that went for them.
I don't know. Maybe some of them got through and some of them were rejected. Like, what are the worst minigames? Snowboard minigame is good. I feel like evidenced by the fact they turned it into a smart or K-tie game.
Yeah.
G-bike, probably
for me,
my
the best
favorite.
one's probably the motorcycle game.
Yeah.
A lot of them are
Let me heal.
like more elaborate than you're ever going to meaningfully engage with. Like, most players are probably going to actually have to do the Fort Condor fights for real if they don't know how to cheat. So that one's alright. But like the submarine minigame, you could just completely trivialize.
Submarine game was dumb. Although I think that minigame in particular was made by a full-time staff.
It's so easy.
Well, we know why.
I don't think I've ever actually done the gold saucer versions of it, actually.
There's a reason why.
It's the required one.
It was supposed to be harder, but they disabled something. We can talk about that when we get to it.
Yeah, let's stop getting ahead of ourselves. Might want to be a little careful. These enemies can actually kind of mess you up.
I think I just got white-winded. So good.
Yuffie only has a 1 in 16 chance for appearing at this point, I think. A Mog House. It's funny, but it's also kind of a one and done once you know the trick.
The OG Mog House?
Yeah.
Zara, baby. Nice.
There she is. Like, Yuffie has a lot of interesting abilities in her fight here.
Yeah.
Too bad she doesn't have any of them as a party member.
You'd think they would just have her throwing stuff at you.
Also, I didn't find out until very recently if you take too long, she could actually escape.
Take too long during this fight that we were just in?
Yeah.
Oh.
After a certain number of turns, she'll run away. I'm like,
So if you look at the
that
save
probably
point,
messes up that.
if you read the text of this save point, you might notice that it's not the same as the other ones.
Yeah,
Can't
the
believe
original
I lost.
translation missed that.
Yeah. You want to voice this?
Are we actually gonna read the dialogue?
Yeah.
I think
I like
this
this
is like
scene.
her one line in all of the remake trilogy that's actually from the original game too. She
Mhm.
says this at Costa del Sol.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try. You spiky-haired jerkface. We aren't finished. One more round, let's go.
Do I say bring it or not interested?
Not interested.
Alright.
Thinking of running away? Come on, it's stand and fight, you cowards. Yeah.
Sure.
Bet she actually speaks that out loud. Yeah, sure.
Mm.
Am I still supposed to be reading this?
Yeah.
Skip the last one. Can't
No, I
blame
didn't.
you. What with my ferocious skills and all. Keep it up and maybe you'll stand a chance next time. If you got the guts, that is. Well, I'm off. Like, for real. Gonzo. My favorite Muppet. What's up? You still need something from me? So that's it, huh? You want a little help from amazing old me? Bet you're just begging to have me join you. Is that it?
You guessed it.
You guessed it. Knew it. But you sure are asking a lot. What to do. Well, I guess if you're that desperate, it'd be cruel to refuse. Alright, it's decided. I'll tag along with you. Hold up. Wait, I haven't even told you my name.
I saw your comment follow up by we're just going with vanilla names. Just to keep it
It's
Keep it
Yuffie.
straight.
Nice to meet ya. Just as planned. Now to get my hands on them. Yuck.
Odie
insisted
forced me
on
to
keeping
keep the
the
nuke.
yucks.
Yeah.
Hey, slow down. Wait for me.
How many ways can you fail the recruitment? I don't know, 10-ish?
Yeah, she actually steals like variable amounts of gil if you
Right.
depending on how you mess it up.
Yeah, right. Opening up the menu screen. Just run away. Using the save point. Or maybe that's just opening up the menu screen.
This fucking guy.
Yeah, this guy seems so intense, but he's not really.
His gimmick is to force you to change row. And then you just murder him.
Yeah, asking her name, if you go into the name entry screen, she'll disappear.
Yuffie is actually a lot like Sans Undertale. She knows how to abuse the game's UI to destroy you.
Who did that scene? Is it Chiba?
Oh, I don't remember. I can go check.
Been an age since we've had visitors like yourselves. No one save Shinra folk ever bother with us. I like going
Junon
behind the
has a lot of
counter.
NPCs that are in Rebirth, and then they gave up forever. It was Jun Akiyama.
Yeah, that makes sense. He did Wutai. Yeah. Yeah, he did all the Yuffie stuff.
Yuffie ended up kind of being his like pet character, and that's why she ends up with so much content, even though she was supposed to get scrapped or.
I've always liked that line.
Vincent was not so fortunate.
Yeah, Vincent really got... I mean, Kitase liked Vincent and he didn't have any free time to work on him the way that Akiyama worked on Yuffie. Just a little picture of baby Trump This room is created almost like 1-for-1 in Rebirth. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's not Priscilla's house there, though. There's some, like,
it's just
scary children who play
some
cards with
random
you.
other children's house. So this guy like has a cough from all the pollution, but if you talk to him later in the game, it's mysteriously cured.
Faking it for attention.
This screen's great. I love the water in the shallows. The, you know, like the light on the water.
Mm-hmm. Fucking, like, 1997 to 2001 was, like, the peak time for video game beach graphics.
Yeah. They had some amazing water graphics. What did you say, to 2004? Or what, 2001?
Whenever Super Mario Sunshine came out.
Yeah,
that's
Sunshine was great. Wind Waker was really
beach
good.
Game.
A lot of like Hydro Thunder, those racing games had really good ones.
Yeah.
I've never played Chrono Cross, believe it or not.
Sonic Adventure's first level was like peak beach vibes to me. I attempted to play Chrono Cross once, and it was just nothing like Chrono Trigger, and I kind of just got turned off. Like,
which one came out first?
Kinda...
Trigger
Chrono
was first?
Trigger?
For SNES,
Super
right?
Nintendo game.
And then Chrono Cross was...
PlayStation 1. Like,
was
kind
it
of a
3D?
later PS1 game.
Was it 3D
Yeah.
or was it pixels?
It's a 3D game.
I gotta play them both. I feel like, I mean, these
You've
streams
never
can
played
become...
Chrono Trigger?
Well, these streams can become like us filling in our RPG culture gaps.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta play 8, I gotta play Trigger.
Mm-hmm.
I just...
Have you played Parasite Eve?
Yeah. But I never played 2 or Third Birthday.
Played 2, but not Third Birthday. Funny to me, because the first Parasite Eve has a pretty, like... Oh my god, I just saw, like, fucking...
Oh wait, you have to actually like target the top of the thing, right?
My internet just like freaked out for a second, sorry.
There it is. Okay.
I'm gonna say, you like attacked the bubble with Aerith and then Cloud blocked it. That was pretty funny.
Oh, is that what
you
happened?
You have to use magic on the bubbles, by the way, not physical attacks.
But there's 2 parts of the bubble. Like, when you're targeting the pyramid, there's only one option to target it. But with the bubbles, you can target the player or the bubble on top of them.
Yeah, it's kind of stupid.
Yeah. So you'll see that Power Risk Guards is abbreviated here. And that's because of the, like the character set on PS1 is just a little bit narrower than it is in the PC port. Or no, other way around. It's wider. Yeah. So you'll see a few instances of those, like mostly with Kate Sith's megaphones.
stream went down to like 180p for me. 144, whatever.
What are you gonna do, Cloud?
Can't read the chat anymore, it's too low res.
What's going on? Your connection's just bad?
Yeah.
How does this work? Like, there's just a total number you have to get to, right?
Yeah. Like, depending on when you press the button relative to the lung gauge, it adds a certain amount of value.
But it's a linear
You have
increase,
to
right?
get it up to 100.
Like, there's no benefit to actually getting it to the
What?
top other than... Well, I mean, like, each of those notches is just one, right?
No.
Oh, it's like... higher, there's like sort of benchmarks.
To the top is the best way to
Oh, okay.
do it quickly. I think like the bare minimum to do this is like 4. I think at the very top you get 25 and the goal is to get to 100.
I think I always stop short of the very top one. Oh, hey, Black Lion Guard. Yeah, we've been pretty consistent lately. Well, I shouldn't say that. We missed 2 weeks during the holidays.
Well,
But
you were sick.
I was
and
sick.
It was the holidays.
I was mentally and physically sick. It was the holidays. Doing much better today, for sure. Today's been my best day. Happy to report. Right, Rebirth, they just sort of like... They almost like hinted at like, oh, you thought we were gonna actually do this minigame, you fucking pervert. Right? Because like Cloud approaches Yuffie, but then she jumps up.
Yeah. Just surprised that that wasn't one of Toriyama's bits.
I don't even think I caught anything. I was just like so stressed, my body just like succumbed to like the weakest viral load around me. It was a super moderate cold. Was this old guy
Here's where
replaced by an
Rebirth
old
would've
lady?
Interludes if they were smart.
They didn't do this at all, right, in Rebirth?
No.
Which is weird because it's in Traces of Two Pasts. Right?
What is?
This sequence? Sorta?
No.
Isn't
Tifa's half is
Oops,
no.
sorry.
Aerith's half has the framing device of them being on the boat,
mhm.
and Tifa's is at some nebulous point during the during the Chocobo farm.
Yeah.
Weird, they actually bother to connect it for Aerith's part, but they never really have a moment that's like, oh, this is when Tifa's half happens.
Yeah. So in the OG, there's sort of like some confusion about like, is this Sephiroth talking to Cloud? Is this Cloud's inner self talking to him? I mean, I would say the only... Well, I guess though, if you think about the flashback to through my blood flows, or through my veins flows the blood of ancients, that's Sephiroth. The first reactor one is Sephiroth, so it is reasonable to be like, which is which. But
Yeah,
this is obviously
those two
Cloud.
cases are Cloud remembering something Sephiroth supposedly said, even though those slides aren't actually in the flashback.
And it's not actually ever a conversation. It's just memory. It's just remembering those lines.
All the instances of Cloud talking to the voice are his true self trying to nudge him into remembering the reality. It's just weird because this happens when he falls into the church at Aerith's house, optionally in the Honeybee Inn, and now here, and then this isn't going to happen again after this.
So it's just the last time completely?
Yeah.
I mean, like, maybe you could count Temple of the Ancients. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then the live stream sequence, yeah.
But it's like they had a thing going pretty consistently there.
Yeah.
And then it just stops.
I think one in Costa del Sol could have been good. But the problem is the game can't force you to sleep at Costa del Sol.
Well, they did an optional one in the Honeybee Inn. They could do more.
Yeah, that's true. So in the uncut version,
smallest of small things.
Yeah, is that what you were gonna say?
Yeah. Aerith is also here for this in unused text, and they just removed her for some reason.
I think it just felt like she was butting in. Yeah.
Yeah. Because the line telling Cloud to wake up at the end is absolutely Aerith saying that.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna leave and rejoin the stream real quick to see if it helps the video quality.
Okay, but you'll stay in Discord.
I mean in Discord.
You're leave and rejoin Discord?
Yeah.
Okay, alright, go ahead.
Okay, that's better.
Okay.
Yeah, remake's even stranger because they do adapt the true Cloud moment when he falls into the church. And then they never do it again.
Yeah, they don't, right? There's like 4 of them in OG and they just do one in remake?
They don't do the Aerith House one, they don't do the Honeybee Inn one, and they don't do this one.
Yeah.
And then at the Temple of the Ancients, they don't include young Cloud either. So it's like basically a lost plot element, I guess.
Yeah.
Makes you wonder what they'll do in the live stream sequence.
Yeah, I mean, in the live stream sequence, it's like when you see the young Cloud, it's like, oh, I recognize this, right? That this is the voice that's been trying to guide me. This is like the core of my being. And now if we see that, it's going to be, I mean, you'll be able to put it together, but they're maybe going to have to be a little more explicit. Like he's going to have to say, I am the core of your consciousness.
Jiminy Cricket here to guide you back to reality. For the record, this fantasy, I have had many a spout with both ends of the shipping spectrum, so I'm taking no hard stances here.
Yeah. I think the counter argument would be that Aerith is able to see through to the real Cloud anyway, so she meets him anyway.
Oh yeah, that is the idea with like her whole date scene, is she kind of trying to call Cloud out.
Right, and then it isn't until like what, Advent Children, where they sort of meet face to face in the end, both knowing their true nature. This scene is Keisuke, right? So Cloud's characterization is a little bit different than most of the other scenes. And Tifa and Aerith kind of
a little meaner here to Cloud.
Kind of get jealous because they think Cloud is like crushing on Priscilla. It's not the best.
Yeah. I mean, I do think them just like all being like, dangerous mission, sounds like a job for Cloud.
Yeah, no, I think that's funny. Yeah. I want to get a good look at Shinra's new president.
Is that Neon Buster sword always behind you?
Oh no, I got that as a gift from a friend for Christmas. It's pretty neat, right?
Okay. I just noticed it.
Yeah. I wish that the USB cord was a little longer. It's my only complaint. I mean, I could get an extender.
Very
That's
impressed.
something. Yeah, all the dolphins he's seen, none of them have ever been able to do that. Yeah, I'm trying to make it to Costa del Sol. Seems reasonable.
Yeah.
Can't see the real Cloud. She's a good judge of character because of her trust issues. Genova's the one. I'm trying to think, like, what is it? The Ultimania Omega that talks about Aerith sort of being able to see through to the true Cloud. So, you know, depending
I
on...
don't think you need a guidebook to tell you that. It's kind of just obvious by how she treats him.
Well, yeah, I mean, the dream at the sleeping forest, she clearly knows that...
Not even that. I mean, she's just constantly poking and prodding at his, like, tough guy persona.
Yeah. And also the gondola date, if you get that one.
Well, yeah. Like, yeah, Barrett and Tifa both completely... Well, Tifa has her suspicions too, obviously. But she's hiding it. So they both kind of just treat Soldier Cloud as Soldier Cloud, for better or worse. But Aerith makes fun of him a lot.
This background audio is English in the Japanese version too. In case you were
FF7,
wondering.
technically the first FF with voice acting.
Yeah.
Because of those FMVs.
This is a cool screen. See the Guernicas, Relnicas, whatever you want to call them. And then the little treasure chest.
They try to hide it because it doesn't have the treasure chest's like shiny effect applied to it.
Yeah.
But especially on the PC version, it's pretty obvious.
It's just a big map to run around it.
I think starting after disc 2, you can actually encounter enemies there.
Here's here, the new president heard of it, double it up. Fortunately, you can't save because he stops you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's made my life difficult for testing a certain thing that's about to happen.
Alright, here comes one of the best parts of the game.
I don't want to wear this. My favorite commander who watches me get changed.
Yeah, it's not like he only like concealed himself from our view, but that commander still got front row seat.
I guess you could imagine there's like a changing room over there. No, I guess
No.
Cloud just pops
Definitely
up there,
not.
actually.
Yeah. So, how much time do you think we spent on this map total? 20 hours?
A lot.
Like actual applied time? 20 hours maybe?
Who knows? The total dev time of this mod is probably in the like 10,000 hour range. I don't want to think about it.
So
But
the song
yeah.
lyrics you're gonna see here are from, with the generous help of FF7 Music, who's right here in chat. These are, he contacted the FF7 Rebirth tour director, conductor, and got him to share the sheet music for the Shinra, for the Rufus Welcome Parade song. And we did our best.
We need to rewind a little bit further back.
Okay, yeah.
It's like that was the end of the journey when FF7
Yeah.
Music gave us that. But before that, it's like this song has had lyrics in Japanese since the original game. But only in Rebirth did it finally get an official English adaptation in the background music. But of course, it's a bunch of Japanese choral singers poorly saying English words in such a way that you're not even really supposed to pay attention to it, so it just blends in with the background noise. So me and you spent hours trying
Yeah.
to decipher the lyrics on our own.
And we got
Then
pretty
I
close.
actually emailed. We did okay. I have our original guess version in the spreadsheet still, if you want to see it.
Yeah. Right, you
and then I emailed the conductor
conductor.
first, but he didn't send me all the lyrics.
He could
sent
only
me,
remember
like,
the first half, right? Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to be annoying, so I didn't press it further than that. And then FF7 Music came along with the full spread, like the full sheet music for the entire show.
Illicitly
which was,
obtained.
like, incredible.
Yeah.
And that's how we finally finalized it.
Hey, Jokey. I see you. Yeah, so we've got them all down. So they scan more or less correctly. There's a few words that, because they're sung by a Japanese choir, like the syllables get dragged out to maybe 2 syllables. But you can sort of figure it out if you read along.
So yeah, without further ado.
La la la, we salute you, Rufus. La la la, you'll never falter. Our fearless leader. Our president, we adore. Oh, Shinra. For the company. We continue down today, united, guided by a new president for all. Shinra. Crystal,
so
sir.
You're covering the second verse.
Yeah.
We cut it off early, but that last chunk was the hard one for me.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what is it? For that we thank you, our daring new leader.
Yeah.
That one did not scan at all.
Right, we had like because they're
The
sending
actual
a man we believe in. That's what we thought.
I fucking like that line. The one we made up.
It sounded a whole lot more like what they actually sing than the what's on the sheet
Yeah.
music. Just saying.
What I thought it was a brighter future begins
Yeah, sorry.
for you and me. For
Music,
they'll be
I
sending
mixed it up.
a man we believe in.
Odie emailed the conductor, but then you were able to connect with a contact to give you the sheet music. My bad. Alright, let me save this.
I just had it from a YouTube upload. I don't know if you ever sent it to us.
Yeah, we'd already gotten it.
Whatever you had probably would have been clearer than just recording it in game.
I'm glad I could validate you, Jake Lloyd. I pronounce Gongaga... Okay, so like, the first time you hear Gongaga out loud is in Crisis Core, right? And the first time I played Crisis Core was in Japanese, even though I didn't know Japanese at the time, or I was like just starting to learn it. And so, you know, Zach has like the me Gongaga scene. And so that just stuck with me. And it's been hard to correct that one.
You also still say Reno.
I do say Reno sometimes, yeah.
I mean, I don't mind, I just think it's funny.
Kind of tried to make this guy sound like Chief Wiggum. Good thinking, boys. I can go in here, right? Nope.
Not yet, not till after the parade.
Not yet. Play Ganga when you were 8. Crisis Core came out 2007, right? So I would have been 16.
Yeah. I would have been... yeah, I would have been 10.
I was 216, I was like a junior in high school. And I had a modded PSP. And then obviously Crisis Core came out in Japan first, so I was able to get the ISO there and load it up on my homebrew PSP. We didn't fix the minigame. Is there something broken about the minigame? Aside from just like the fact that it's busted to begin with?
It's kind of just janky.
I will say we made the instructions a little clearer, because in the original English it sounds like he's telling you to go when he's not. Like right here, I think, in the original English, it sounds like he's saying go immediately.
Well, you got the bad cycle. I mean, you just try to slip in and then just smash the X button.
O button.
You realize that they do not march.
Me.
O button, whatever.
Oh, alright.
It's funny because
I didn't get the worst one.
They move at a speed that's like in between your walking and running speed, so you can never stay perfectly in line with them.
Yeah. I guess there could possibly be people in here who were not born in 2007. I don't know, you'd be 18, right?
I'm used to our average viewer age is like in their late 20s to early 40s. So,
yeah.
If there's some young bucks in here, that's fine by me.
Yeah.
I'm younger than the average FF7 fan these days, I feel like.
I don't think there's anything like unintended with the functionality. It's just really unintuitive. Which is ironic because you go through a whole training sequence about it, and then when you get to the actual thing, you're just absolutely clueless.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of funny jokes they
Mhm.
make if you do it badly, so I kind of think they knew.
All right, so let's talk about the state of like airships and transportation in this world. I think that needs to be addressed.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so they've got like one like intercontinental airship, right? That's the Highwind. Or like sort of like big, large-sized one. And then they've got a bunch of Relnicas, which we saw like 3 on screen when we came in at the airport. And then they've got subs, right? And then I guess just
At
like
least 2.
one tiny Bronco in the world.
One
So-
biplane.
Yeah, so for some reason they have to wait 3 days. And in addition to that, they don't have any ship other than this shitty cargo ship that can get them to another continent.
Yeah, it's like
Anyway, this is all just written to
here's another
justify
line I insisted on.
the tiny Bronco. What, horse laugh?
Laugh.
Yeah, it's a good line. Yeah, Glen Lodbrok is right underneath that bridge in the background.
Yep. I should put that in arch mode. Just have a black cloak standing over there.
I love this little lift system here.
Pretty cool. But yeah. Like, in all future titles, they will completely stop giving a shit and make this plot point seem even more nonsense. Because, like, you know, in Advent Children, the Turks take a helicopter all the way to the North
Mhm.
Crater.
Cloud rides a
You know, in
motorcycle across the ocean.
Yeah,
Let's not
that also
forget.
happens. And the Remnants drive a truck across the
Right.
ocean.
Yeah.
I'm generous to them and just kind of assume maybe there's another boat somewhere.
Right, they
we
put it on a
never hear
ferry.
about.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair.
But, like, you know, the helicopters are just Shinra's intercontinental vessels in every subsequent title. It's only in the original game where the Highwind is and Relnicas are seemingly the only way they could cross the ocean.
Yeah.
So it's like with all future context, Rufus needing to steal Sid's plane is just so stupid. And even in the original game, it's like, are there no other planes in existence? I guess we should talk about it more later, though.
We'll have plenty of opportunities.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aerith bless the motorcycle. I really do think of every single part of Rebirth. Not that the only thing I was looking for in Rebirth was just one-to-one capturing the magic of OG, but like it does feel good when they do that, and I feel like Junon was the one place that did that the most consistently, start to finish.
Yeah. Like, I have maybe a little grumble or two, but by and large, I think they did an excellent job with Junon.
Maybe just like the strange thing that your party just goes in there with all their masks off and hopes that no one recognizes them. But whatever.
That sort of thing doesn't bother me.
Nah, I can overlook it.
Like, you know, it's just Cloud here in the original game, but you get to see, you know, Tifa and Aerith join you running around, and Barrett's like in his sailor suit trying and failing to blend in. It's all pretty funny. And I like how you can kind of see Cloud's younger, like, ambitious self come out when he's like trying to lead his squad to victory in the parade.
Yeah.
And we get to see Roche again. I know he's a bit of a controversial character for some.
I love
but
that
I've always
Roche.
really liked him.
That Roche battle though at the end of the Junon part, and the music is so good.
Oh, it's so good. I love it.
Yeah. I don't understand
music,
how Roche can be controversial.
People think he's too over the top. And I mean, he is very over the top, but that's why he's funny, and I like him.
Yeah.
I guess it helps that I've worked with Austin Lee Matthews twice now. But still.
I mean, he's just as over the top in person, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, Butch lookalike.
Guy.
What do you got? There's some stuff worth getting in these.
FF7 music. Honestly, I think Rebirth Chapter 2 is awful. Maybe it's just because I ran around doing all the side quests, which was probably a bad idea. And it's probably fine if you just play it straight, but... doing the opening, Nibelheim chapter, and then just being thrust into this big side quest tedium for hours was not
Yeah, I mean,
ideal.
I have a lot to say about it's sort of the bloat that people feel in Rebirth, but not just Rebirth, really any kind of open world game. Nice.
I mean, I know it's kind of on me. I didn't have to do all that stuff.
No,
Rebirth
but,
honestly
I mean,
has fine pacing if you just don't.
That's how it usually works, right? Like someone goes into a Reddit thread and says like, oh man, this game is so bloated, and everyone is like, you didn't have to do the content, it's just more content. Like, do it if you want, don't do it if you want to ignore it.
Yeah.
And that seems like a reasonable response, but I think that, the state of gaming now, like the ecosystem of media consumption, you feel like this intense FOMO if you don't like explore every aspect of the game, and you're not like equipping yourself to be able to react to it or to talk about it on Twitter or know what your favorite content creators are talking about, right? So you feel like you have to get it as soon as possible. And that's like a really
that was my big
fatiguing
problem.
Yeah. Right, and especially someone like us.
Give the full context on stream, lest I get someone in trouble. But needless, I wanted to see the whole game as fast as possible, and I basically just played it for 10 days straight without doing anything else. Got physically ill along the way. This is time. Probably gonna take it easier with part 3.
Yeah. Sure, it's something that has to be... I mean, okay, that is the reality of how gamers engage with games today. So, as a game creator, do you sort of try and tailor your game to guide people away from that experience? Like, not even put them in a position where they can succumb to that kind of pressure? Like, one option would be just don't let these side quests unlock until a new game plus, right? Or let them unlock but don't indicate them like on the map, right? Because that overwhelming feeling when you clear one side quest and then you look at the mini map and like 50 more have appeared and you're like, Jesus Christ, okay, yeah. I'm gonna spend 2 hours here now.
If Rebirth just had like no fucking map markers for that sort of thing, it probably would have helped.
Yeah, for sure.
So we should talk about this while we're here.
Yeah, the bald bar.
Some people think it was a Rebirth invention, but no, it was here all along.
Yeah, the original translation muddies it a little bit, although you can work it out for yourself. I think in the original he says you have to take off your mask right? But he's talking about like the human.
He says that's our rule here, I think, or something.
Right, yeah. And then this guy feels like his head's on fire because the cigarette on the ashtray is burning it.
I always like that poster on the wall.
The one with the witch, yeah. Very mysterious.
Yeah. Wish I could get a better look at that. Does it just say beep? No, that's probably Japanese characters.
I don't know. Module, I'm trying to think of like if it just says witch something. Looks like Ma, I don't know. So this guy's sensor right here checks the amount of gil in your inventory, and then depending on how much you have, he'll give you a different message when you talk to him.
Yeah, most players are never going to see this guy's gimmick play out, but like, if you have below a certain threshold of gil, it'll like set off an alarm.
Yeah, but then it breaks after the weapon attack. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he complains about how it's on the fritz.
It's a really cute little detail.
Yeah. Okay.
This is the guy whose uniform you're wearing.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, I think it comes up if you talk to him again, maybe.
Yeah.
Here's something kind of interesting.
So this place, what is it called in the original? They messed it up. It wasn't called Experts Hall. They called it like...
I don't remember.
It's not the Respectable Inn. Or, yeah, it is. The Respectable Inn. Yeah.
Something like that.
It's a Respectable Inn.
Also, oh my god. I've never seen this room on the PlayStation version before. You see how they're like flickering like that?
Oh, they don't do that on PC?
No, that effect is broken.
It looks pretty good.
God.
So these guys all died. These are the ghosts of the 3 guys who were in the Beginner's Hall. Yeah, exactly. Just fantasy. These are the Beginner's Hall tutorial ghosts. So they all died, but like they lived on as poltergeists because they were like so confused by the information Cloud gave them, and they want to understand it fully before they can rest.
I love this stupid game.
Yeah. And they all have these puns. Mind giving us some polters? I mean pointers. We need some revenge. I mean review. It's the same as you remember.
The flickering effects are up broken on PC. I have whined about it to Odin repeatedly, but it has not been addressed yet.
Yeah, so this is how Aerith's gonna come back.
Yeah.
She'll be at the super advanced hall.
Cloud. All you had to... Fucking hell. Cloud, all you had to do is try to explain how materia works to her.
This one has a little Easter egg line in it, right? Where is it? This guy?
Oh yeah, materia division.
I'm a bit of an expert on division. People often tell me I've got 2 split personalities. Can't say it's intentional, but who knows? Maybe they're right. Ha ha ha. Completely divided. Kind of how I feel too.
The laugh he does there is the exact same laugh Sephiroth usually does.
Yeah, Sephiroth and Hojo share a unique laugh that's not used by anyone in the game. So, and that's what Cloud uses there.
Okay, Rufus and Sung also do it once, but I don't think we should read into that too much.
Oh yeah. 34 more.
No, there are in fact not 35 of those. That was the scale all along. You know, they were called 135th Troopers.
Man, this place has so much stuff. When does he mention the green uniform?
It's the same, but this NPC is also in Rebirth. I think he mentions the green uniform
after weapon attack.
On.
Yeah. Glad to see your face turret. First time I see the real you. Oh, hey, Julian. Good evening all. Taking a break before immersing myself in Fallout 4. Nice. For the first time, or are you in the middle of the playthrough?
Julian is Odin, I think.
Yeah, Julian is Odin.
Yeah.
Julian is the mastermind behind it. FFNX and being able to play all this stuff on 7th Heaven.
Yes.
Let me catch up actually.
Go back down to the beginner, to the expert's hall.
Go back down?
Yeah. Hey Julian, you see how those guys are flickering like that? That don't work in the PC version. You should fix it for me, my best friend. Okay, you can leave now.
There was something in the Ultimania Omega that said like there's a projection machine that's actually doing this.
See that rod sticking out of the wall behind them?
Where?
They say that's like... It's like a big stick sticking out of the wall, down.
This?
No, to the right.
This?
Yeah.
I
they say that's a projector.
I don't know, I don't buy that.
I'm pretty sure they were just bullshitting.
I'm pretty sure they're real ghosts. Oh, hold on.
Also, this map is actually... like one of the scrapped earlier designs of the 7th Heaven basement.
Yep, this is what I look like. You seen Odie's face? I've seen Odie's face.
I do not post pictures of myself very often.
It's too powerful.
Imagine any mildly overweight, bearded white person you've ever seen. You'll get the picture.
No.
Yeah, Julian, if you remember the Sephiroth thing I complained about, I think it's the exact same effect, just applied a little differently.
There's so many dogs here. Just dogs everywhere. Dogtown.
Actually, it's something else I was going to DM you about, but I forgot. I'll worry about it later.
You want to talk about this map?
Yeah, this map is semi-famously the original design for the 7th Heaven. Bar, if you look at some very early pre-release images of FF7, this is the map they use for it.
Yep.
And, the map we were in earlier for the Experts Hall, that was the original 7th Heaven basement.
All right.
After they redesigned them, they got repurposed here.
And they have a whole early material skit for like one of the Turks coming down into that basement and like trying to suss out that they're Avalanche, right?
Yeah, it's like there's a scene that's all written out in the early material file where there's like a drunk guy in the bar. It's like asking some questions.
Oh yeah,
and
where
he like leaves.
This is PSX. Yeah, sorry to confuse you. Yeah, Odie wants that PSX thing fixed in PC.
Yeah.
You can't talk to Sun, can you? Or he has a crazy box?
You can, you just kind of gotta squeeze yourself
there it
over
is.
there.
butt out. That was totally worth it. Fuck you.
He's so mean.
Yeah, Tsung's characterization changed quite a bit going into Remake compared to the other Turks.
Not just Remake.
Rufus and Ren are
Crisis Core.
basically the same. Yeah, Crisis Core. Well, before Crisis, I guess. Oh, my bad. Thank you.
Oh, I didn't think YouTube could see that. But only I could see the cursor.
It can if I click into the window.
Okay.
Sure, why not?
Oh yeah.
Really low,
I wanna harp on
90s
about it
low-res
too
wood
much.
textures motif. Going on in the real 7th. Yeah, the real 7th Heaven is... It was the right call. Real 7th Heaven is awesome.
Yeah,
Feels
I like
way-
how the green
way
one looks a
homier.
lot better.
I really do like that
I just
members-only bar, though.
Yeah, the blue. That location actually does get adapted into Rebirth. If you
Oh,
remember
yeah.
the bar where you can find Elena just like
Yep.
drunk and crying to herself.
Alright, enjoy, Julian. Hope you enjoy it.
Have fun with Fallout 4. Oh. Alright, we shouldn't point out like every little thing, but this shop is also kind of in Rebirth.
Yeah, this shop
a
became
bookstore.
the Magnata Books, where the guy has hired a bunch of beautiful women to attract customers. Ooh, Earth. Mind if I do?
Like, I don't know, Junon they really cared about for whatever reason, because none of the other locations in Rebirth get this much, like,
Mm-hmm.
polish in regards to upgrading the original version.
I like Junon. Like, Junon and Gongaga are my two favorite spots. Well, I mean, Gongaga Village, I can take it or leave it. It's fine. But you know what I mean, the reactor thing. And I feel like they're like on either ends of the spectrum of paying homage to the OG, capturing the vibe of it, and then like sort of not going off the rails, but like, you know, diverging a lot for the sake of delivering some new
creative
impactful,
vision.
some new climactic scene, right? And I love those two
Yeah.
chapters.
I
I think the problem is with...
think I missed. I could say from the village itself, I think it kind of loses how like dreary and morose it is in the original game.
Yeah, the
You can
village
see
is
how
like...
people are suffering.
I know, the village is like a paradise. Almost, in
Yeah.
Rebirth. I'll talk about this guy's leg animation. How does it work?
What about it?
Didn't you say something like he... Isn't it like sped up on PC for something, for some reason? I don't know. So all this Junon stuff is Toriyama, the event planner Toriyama, who also works on Rebirth Remake, the Remake trilogy. And so that's why Junon has like so much stuff intact, because it was all his and he was able to just port it right in.
Sorry. Internet went out for a second again.
That's alright.
Shinra Middle Manager.
Shinra Middle Manager, so...
Did you already talk about it?
Well, so he's... If you play the uncut version, you can go into the Honeybee Inn and see the Shinra Middle Manager get caught by Palmer visiting, you know, this brothel off hours. And so, as punishment, he's switched to a different department and sent on this business trip to Junon, and so that's why he's here. And that's why he sort of continues to get into these kind of silly situations where he's being mistreated by the company. Oh yeah. So I don't need that. Wait, shit, I got purple paint? Which is better?
Didn't it tell you?
I haven't equipped it yet. Yellow. Doesn't matter. Accessory. Except he does not sell any accessories. Alright. Let's go.
And my internet is dying.
So that's Aerith in the back of the screen there. You can see she's messing up her lines, introducing Rufus.
Of course, you can also see Red hiding back there. Oh. The timer graphic getting cut off
Red's
a
back
little.
there. It does look like that, but
I think maybe he needs to make the window a little wider for that.
It's because President's favor is longer than whatever was there.
Yeah.
How do I do the special? Is it just circle?
Yeah. You have to be facing towards him, though.
Nice.
Red.
I know the HP up is like better in the long run, but I like getting the Force Stealer with the Umbral Blade. I'm gonna try and do a pull here. How do I do a pull?
I was gonna say you could just buy an HP up later on anyway, but you could also just buy the fucking Force Stealer later.
Force Stealer's in the lead, 55. Oh, Umber Plate, nope. Force Stealer, 50%.
I think Force Stealer is better.
I would have liked Force Eater, just the straight Japanese. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
If I had to choose my single biggest one, it's probably Clim Hazard. Going into Ascension.
I don't even think Ascension is that bad. Clim Hazard is just, like, very memorable.
Yeah. I mean, if it had been Ascension originally, no one would have batted an eye, but Clim Hazard just sounds so cool.
It is very strange to me how little reverence the remake localization team had for stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's like that's how you like appeal to the nostalgic fans without having to be too beholden to
Ascension
things.
was unwarranted.
You
I didn't get that one.
use some of the old original attack names. It's fine.
Like
Who
Unger
cares?
Max, I get changing that to like Maximum Anger. That one makes a little more sense. So Hojo does retire. I think people tend to assume this was a translation error, but no, he does retire and abscond from the Shinra building to go try and track down Sephiroth and follow the reunion himself.
Yeah.
And that's why he's sort of like a captive on the Highwind when you see Rufus and everyone going to the Northern Crater.
He's got both. Well, he has no. He always has Rude looking at him in that scene.
Yeah,
Reno's also there, invisible.
they're
We'll
clearly...
bring that up again later.
Wait, is that true? I didn't know that. His model's there, it's just invisible?
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know why they turned him off. But yeah, I guess that's another totally dropped plot line in Rebirth. But yeah, Hojo retires from Shinra so he can go.
Yeah.
He could go follow the Sephiroth copies himself.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense. I kind of use Obstinate Melon's comic as like what a normal person's perception of the original game's story is.
Yeah.
And he also kind of makes jokes about how, oh, this makes no sense and it's never going to come up again. Hojo quitting.
Ooh, do I have a sedative? Think so.
Yuffie iconically knows what battery acid tastes like.
Yeah. It tastes just like that battery acid I grew up on. Ether. Hey, Cloud, did you see that airship in Junon? Heard rumors, but I had no idea it was that big. It's incredible, isn't it? Say, you think you ever get a ride? You think I'll ever get to ride on it? Oh, absolutely.
Sure.
For sure. When we do the remake and if they continue their creative vision going into Rebirth.
Yeah, I've always been kind of struck by how her original key art is her looking at the Highwind.
Yeah.
Is it like just in reference to that line? You think?
Definitely.
Because like Rebirth recreates it, but they don't have that dialogue.
So we talked about that line in the Mako Reactor 5 flashback with, or no, the Nebel Reactor flashback where Tifa's over her father's dead body saying like, I hate them, I hate them all. And one of the reasons we kept it to I hate them all is so that this line would work. This line which isn't in Rebirth. Right there. I hate them all.
Because if she said, I'm sick of all of them, it would be a little silly.
Exactly. Hey, Xiafu. Key art and remake is for looking at nothing, right? It's just like an empty sky. And then it's Bronco.
In Rebirth, they do it again, and they add the Highwind.
Is it the Highwind or Bronco? It's Highwind?
The Highwind.
Oh, right. They discussed
Rebirth
making it the Bronco, but then they decided to do the Highwind.
Funny to me, you remember the interview of them talking about that more than just the image.
Well, whenever I translate something, it just kind of sticks in a certain part of my head that other things don't.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's a really good way to memorize stuff.
Yeah, them doing it in Remake and having her just look at the sky without the high wind being there is kind of... Honestly, that'd be more appropriate for Rebirth, if anything. And it's like, they probably should have just made a totally different bit of key art for her for Remake and then just done the classic one for Rebirth.
Yeah. Dispin asks, was that question a point for Tifa? My response?
Yeah, it was.
Okay. Give it here.
Cloud now has gained extra spunk. It will serve him well on his way.
Yeah, I was just gonna not say anything about that whole interaction. It's me, Red 13. I guess this is a little bit of Red 13's pre-Cosmo Canyon characterization, right?
What do you mean?
Like saying humans never look past the outermost layer. Like he kind of disparages humans for a while, right?
And it also kind of speaks to
hey
him
Whimsy. No idea why they made this.
Role.
Yeah. No idea why they made this a cruise ship in Rebirth, but I can't pretend I wasn't into it. Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, if you were in like the right state of mind to enjoy that card tournament, I think it did hit the spot. But I can understand maybe some
that I like Queen
players feeling like it was a slog. I liked it though. Also, Regina's soundtrack is awesome.
I think that moment in general, though, does kind of speak to the general presentational differences between the original game and Rebirth.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, you know, you just have Red off to the side, and if you talk to him, you can have this funny little moment with him. And then in Rebirth, it's this incredibly big, elaborate cutscene where he's breakdancing and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they really had to contrive a reason for him to even be wearing the uniform in the first place, because they completely did away with the party going undercover here.
Yeah.
You have to talk to Aerith again to progress the plot if you didn't.
Yeah. I honestly think that Prodigious Pedigree, like, just from the first 10 seconds of that song, they could have absolutely gone in the direction of making that the theme song of the game, and like gone for like a kind of a poppy, like a glam pop ballad with it. Ooh, what did I miss? Talk to Yuffie and then what?
Well, I
told Aerith.
You, and then you weren't listening, so
you say
said,
Aerith?
Yeah,
my bad.
You kept talking.
My bad, my bad.
It's one of the weirder little bits of progression gatekeeping the game does.
Yeah.
You have to talk to that guy, come back here and talk to Aerith. And then that guy will be atomized by God and not be there anymore. And you can go see Barrett.
Captain Tita, that's it, yeah. If anyone ever wants to stop and like point out a line and ask why it is the way it is, feel free, because we kind of breeze past a lot of them. I feel like we have like so much little arcane knowledge about this game, and we have to choose what to
about the surface level things.
Yeah.
I think... No, never mind. Per se, that might be the last time Biggs, Wedge, and Jesse ever get mentioned, but I forgot about the Cosmo Canyon scene.
Mm-hmm. Rebirth OST, the first one is on Spotify, I think, right?
I don't know. Square's kind of weird about their OST releases. Like, you know, over half of Rebirth's soundtrack is still not actually officially released.
When Jessica played through the game, she like opened the tutorial for the Queen's Blood card game and like looked at it for 5 seconds and was just like, nope. She didn't want to read all the text. So she never played a Queen's Blood card game. And then when she got to the tournament, I didn't even realize you can just completely skip the entire tournament. But she did that.
Yeah.
So she got through the whole game without ever playing a game. I was just like, man, that's probably how we should be playing these games.
It's like so anticlimactic if you just quit the tournament. Like they really try to get you to engage with that card game.
Hey Mo People, we were out for 2 weeks sort of during holidays, also some illness, but we're back now trying to be consistent. Thanks for joining. Wait a minute.
I was gonna say, oh yeah, I had to beat the card game tournament for my stepbrother. He had not been playing too much of the card game, so he had really terrible cards. I was actually kind of proud of myself. I was able to beat Chadley and Regina like that.
I think one of the reasons the FF8 card game works so well is that it's super intuitive, and it starts out like with the bare minimum of rules, and you can easily work your way into it. I mean, Queen's Blood is good too, but it feels like its own thing, right? Like you make a conscious decision like, okay, I'm going to play it like it's a mini game. It's its own sort of part of the game experience. It's not really going to have a big impact on anything else. Whereas Triple Triad had like incredible rewards that impacted the story, or that impacted your, your strength and your abilities.
I'm apparently the only person alive that liked Tetramaster.
I like Tetramaster. The problem was just that Triple Triad was so good, and then it felt like a step down. After,
Well, it's also, like, completely unintuitive how the game even works.
I'll do this.
Compared to Triple Triad.
Alright, let's mosey.
Cloud's iconic line that he says during this scene.
Yep. I think we all remember him saying it there. How do I do the big materia swap?
Go into sort, go back, sort, organize.
Oh wait,
click on the weapon.
I gotta equip him.
You're killing me.
My bad. I gotta equip him with the better stuff.
We should really do a video about the Let's Mosey.
Good.
I guess Tim Rogers kind of already explained it in his big thing though, so I guess maybe it's trodden ground.
Well, right, ours is sort of an expansion on his, with the insight of having dissected the script and understanding the
like the nuance of why that ended up how it was.
yeah, whimsy. This was a special function added in International. And I always forget how to do it. But it's unbelievably helpful.
Rebirth does not have this, and it angers me. You can transfer the entire thing by clicking on weapon or arm. You don't have to do it one at a time like you're doing.
That's cool. Wow.
The fact that Remake and Rebirth don't have an equivalent to this really pisses me off, if I'm gonna be real. You have to do it one at a time there.
FF8 had a similar thing, where in the original Japanese version, you can't completely swap someone's junctions with someone else. You have to do it all manually. And they added it in the English version, but there is no international version of 8, so in Japanese, on PS1, you never got that functionality.
But Japan just gets to suffer.
It surprises me because you would think that the debuggers would set that system up just to make their life easier. I should put Barrett front row. I can get that materia, right?
Yeah.
What is it? An all?
You don't get it right now, you will never get it, actually. Recruiting Yuffie makes you have to wait till now, otherwise you could have just gotten it straight away.
Yeah, I mean, everyone requested it after Remake, and I was sure they were going to put it in Rebirth, and they didn't. I don't know. Is there a coding thing? You'd think they'd be able to get around it in Rebirth. They're not, like, limited. I really fucking hate these guys. Turk, any reason why you went for Moogle rather than the original Mog? Is FF7 the last FF to use Mog, not Moogle? Might have been the last. Yeah.
They clear Moogles in 8. I know they are in 9.
I'm trying to think if Moogles are even mentioned in 8. I think they're maybe in Chocobo World, the PlayStation Pocket game. But I don't think they show up in the main game.
Oh, there's another shitty thing about the remaster. The
The
original PC port has Chocobo World. The remaster doesn't.
Yeah, it's the last work game, so we went with Quay.
I think Rebirth actually uses both.
Yeah,
at
Thomas Thomas Oldfield. That sort of also further confuses it because there is that specific Moogle named Mog who lives on Mount Mog, etc. But also Mog is what they called the Moogles in like the previous games, so it just got extra confusing. So now calling just generic Moogles Moogles, and then you can call the special Moogle on the mountain Mog. Makes a lot more sense.
Can you exit and re-enter this room? Oh. You know, Rebirth is also really picky choosy with when it actually uses the same enemies the original does. These guys, it's like one and done enemy, are in Rebirth.
ASD Folier, sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. I played the Japanese FF8 recently. It really wasn't that big of a pain to do the manual switching. You know, it takes like 30 seconds. You get quick at it. Oh shit, I'm sorry, Odie. Totally forgot.
No, it doesn't matter.
Were you just curious if you could?
No, I think there was a heartbeat sound effect, and I think getting on the ladder disables the heartbeat sound effect.
You want to see if it re-enables?
Yeah, like it overwrites the sound effect layer with the getting on the ladder sound.
Sephiroth, did you change into a guard uniform? No, it's not him.
The time has come, and so have I.
I like this bit of interrupted dialogue here. It makes it feel like Sephiroth just doesn't give a shit about you.
I think our most hotly debated topic ever is Sephiroth being genuine here and not recognizing Cloud?
Yeah, I'm gonna end this poll. Okay, so 4 Steelers, 69% was the result. Alright, so my next question is, what is your guys' take on this line? Is Sephiroth trying to gaslight Cloud by saying he doesn't remember who he is? Sort of trying to precipitate this mental breakdown that culminates at the Northern Crater? Or is there something else going on? Curious what people think. Sorry,
I feel like in the larger scope of the narrative, he absolutely has to already know who Cloud is. But, like, you know, with this game and its 10 writers and its various plot drafts, there's an argument to be made about whether or not he knows who Cloud is in this scene, removed from the rest of the narrative.
Yeah, so in this case it's Jenova, not Sephiroth. But we know that Sephiroth is sort of moving Jenova around. It's not clear, like, exactly how lucid Sephiroth's brain is inside of Jenova.
I guess that's another angle. Actually.
And then further complicating this, if you've seen the SAC video, is the fact that there was this Sephiroth shadow concept originally before Zack existed, where it's possible Cloud quite literally was not a real person, or at least this Cloud isn't the real Cloud.
Oh, is that how you've taken that? I was actually talking to Theo about this the other day. Because it's like, I'm pretty sure even in the Sephiroth Shadow draft of the game, Sephiroth was still making that up.
Yeah, I think that's probable.
I don't think there was ever a version of the narrative where Cloud wasn't a real person. Boy, I was wrecking you.
Yeah, triple twin lasers.
Speaking of Theo, there he is. Hi. Yeah, I think I agree with that.
Let me read some of these. That might be clear. This Jenova, right? Doesn't remember him or whatever yet, right? Yeah, it's Jenova, but there's Sephiroth is controlling Jenova, so you would expect that, you know, whatever part of Sephiroth's consciousness is in there would recognize Cloud, but maybe not. Maybe he's not, like, woken up enough. I always took it literally, but I'm very bad at reading between the lines. That's fine. I'm gonna say Sephiroth doesn't have full control over this Jenova, over Jenova here. Not actually Sephiroth yet, so it's Jenova.
Like, he could still be waking up, I guess. I know this is more of a Crisis Core, like, retroactive continuity rather than strictly what the original game was going for, but it said there that Sephiroth is only just starting to wake up around the time Cloud regains his, you know, faculties.
Yeah. Ario says, I'm inclined to think that Sephiroth gets more control over his clones, and I would assume you also mean over Jenova, the closer they get to the reunion. I think that makes sense. Smithsonian perspective gaslighting for sure. Also could be Genova clone walking it. So, what, Theo agrees with you, Odie?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's a fun angle, if nothing else.
And of course, this gets completely dropped in Rebirth, like so many other things. There, he instead just kind of dramatically introduces Genova.
Mm-hmm. So if you saw the Genova video, you'll know that, like, originally you had this concept where Cloud and the party would be chasing this Genova figure, and it would, like, slowly shed parts of its body, and this is a leftover of that. And you'd encounter it like 5 times, and each time it would shed another part of its body until it was literally just the heart, which I think you fight at Crater?
Something like that. I don't remember. Yeah, the concept
but at this point,
you're fighting Genova's different body parts kind of, sort of, still exists in the final version, but not really.
Yeah, I do remember the tentacle looking weird, especially like on a real CRT. Like, we got a CRT filter here, but it's still pretty clear. But the party at this point don't know that it's actually Genova. They think it's Sephiroth carrying Genova's mummified body. Let's do a little recap.
It would honestly be very funny to see this game from Sephiroth's perspective.
What do you mean?
Like, he's just half a body in a crystal in the North Pole. He's psychically remote controlling this, you know, his mom to mess with this guy.
Yeah. Boink. Important line here. Promised Land. Does it really exist? What does that have to do with anything?
I showed you that comic panel.
I know.
It's like, I don't know how to end this scene.
Yeah. I know, when Cloud goes up to the materia and it looks like he's about to pick it up, but then he just starts doing the story recap. That always infuriates me.
Cloud, pick up the materia, please. Like, there's this one comic.
I think we can.
It's like for remake.
Let's finish
like
Costa del Sol. Got 40 minutes. You want to do it?
Yeah, we could keep going longer.
Let's get to. Let's
really
finish.
Doing that much.
Just save outside. The Corral path to Corral.
Yeah. Oh, and we could show one more clip from the video.
Oh, okay.
Because I have one for Junon, then we're kind of out.
Oh, right.
Until way later, anyway.
Had to keep the bear in a marshmallow. Bear wearing a marshmallow line.
Is that actually what he says in Japanese?
Yeah.
Cool.
I think so. Oh great, we can get the
manipulate before we can get big guard.
What's up, buddy?
And that scene that happened right there where they both go to the beach together. Like, I've had this long controversial take that Aerith and Tifa are like barely even written as friends for most of the original game.
Mm-hmm.
That is one little moment I could point to. It's like, oh, they're gonna go hang out.
I can't talk to this guy, right? On PS1? Oh.
The guy
Okay.
on the boat over there.
Oh, that's it. This is a different map it's loading right now, or the same one? The different map.
It's the same one.
Oh. I wonder why it does. Why does it fade out?
No, wait. I lied. It's a different map.
Okay.
I forgot. Yeah, this is a copy of the helipad that is only made for this scene. So, here, I need to ruin this for you a little bit. Heidegger and Rufus are like double-sized on this map, so you can still read them from a distance like this. That's why they just tower over these sailors.
These sailors are all little children.
Yeah. These are Shinra's child workers.
Yeah.
There are no labor laws in this world. I wanted to point out way earlier that the Shinra meeting room also kind of does the same thing. Where they make the models like different sizes depending on how close they are to the camera, so
Right.
they're not too small. It's almost like forced perspective. This inspired The Hobbit, actually. Or fuck, Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, it inspired that Gandalf scene.
Yeah.
Where is Cloud on this map? Not here right now. What does his model look like on this map? Well, Cloud is never on this actual map.
Cloud's model is on
a
every single
duplicate.
map in the game.
Oh,
Somewhere.
yeah,
Just
it's
invisible. Quiet doggy. I don't know if you heard that.
I heard it, but it might not have gone through the stream.
What are you barking at?
Yeah, I don't know why you were barking like that. A little strange.
Sorry, it happens sometimes.
Sleeping on a cloud.
Like sleeping on me. Probably wouldn't be that comfortable.
No. So there was a period where we thought that the items down
You
here
would actually
possibly...
have to- Yeah.
Yes, you'd have to buy the... That just absorbs fire, right? Or is it
Yeah, it's a
nullify?
pretty good item. You could easily use that to go get beta now, actually.
Well, I got fire elemental.
Oh yeah, we are not going to see Heidegger again until disc 2, by the way. Isn't that fucking nuts?
Yeah.
Go
Oh,
look
fire
for
ring
Hojo.
nullifies. Gotcha.
I guess he found Hojo after this scene.
Water ring absorbs. Totally
Just makes
consistent
that boss
naming
fight free
scheme.
if you
Yeah.
equip it.
I think this dialogue is messed up.
The original
Omitted in the
translation
OG.
accidentally just like omits almost all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could buy the villa. Just don't have enough money right now.
Hello?
You know, Heidegger is weird to me in Remake, actually, because, like, in the original game, him and Rufus have this pretty clear dynamic where, you know, he was President Shinra's, like, best buddy forever, second in command, but Rufus really doesn't like him.
Mm-hmm.
So he's constantly, like, getting demeaned by Rufus. Then in Rebirth, like, at the end of Remake, they kind of set that up, because, you know, he's like, Mr. Vice President.
Right.
And then Rufus doesn't say anything, and then Sung comes in and calls him Mr. President.
Something we forgot to go over, because we didn't do the group room, is that it's more clear in the retranslation, and Mookie tells you in the group room that he and his club have plans to go to somewhere where the sun always shines. They have a cabin rented out there. And he's obviously talking about Costa del Sol. And so that's why you see them here.
Yeah. It's also another point towards Jules functionally being the Rebirth version of Mookie, because Jules is here. Yeah. And, you know,
I feel like Jules and Andrea are Mookie and Big Bro combined, kind of. They've like divided all their traits among those two characters.
Obviously having this, you know, whole kind of stereotype character wouldn't really fly now. So they kind of just reimagined their roles a little bit between Jules and Andrea. Funny, because we originally found the men's creed in Rebirth before retroactively finding it in Remake.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that those first 1, 2, 3 are Mookie and his two guys?
I guess so. Like, you could see her, you know, looking out the window and flirting with the passerbys. Her job is just to get people into the bar, I guess.
This is me now.
You got Red in your party, so you can't kick him with the ball.
I don't care. I guess I would have liked Barrett's. Nah. I got some
You could just
ones.
exit town and change your party if you want.
Yuffie's is good.
Yeah. It's like, for how optional she is, Yuffie is usually always given something pretty funny to do. Like, oh god, this guy. Well, I need to talk about Bruce real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so that guy, for whatever reason, has a name, and it's in the original translation and in Japanese, it's Butch.
Mm-hmm.
But in Rebirth, we found out, not in Costa del Sol itself, but in North Corel, somebody mentions that Bruce had gone to Costa del Sol to sell materia pops. And there is a guy in Costa del Sol who does that. So it's like a really incredibly niche way to find out they actually kept this NPC. Because he doesn't have a name if you talk to him in Costa del Sol. But so, because we kind of match what things are called between Remake and the original game. So that's why he's Bruce now, instead of Butch.
Yep.
And I get the feeling they changed it because Beck's group in Remake, Beck's Badasses, one of them is named Butch, and they didn't want to have two characters named Butch.
This was a pretty famously butchered part in the OG translation too. Oh, and a murdering son of a bitch.
Really funny how counter Johnny's arc is.
I feel like it's implying that it's been like a good couple weeks since Platefall. Don't you think?
Yeah.
Which is ironic because in Rebirth, like, the time is almost more condensed.
When the original game, time is irrelevant. Extra paratextual material will establish a timeline for the original game's events, but in the game itself, it doesn't matter at all. But yeah, in Rebirth, it's been like a couple days. Sorry, I complain about how nobody could talk about the original game without talking about remake nowadays, and then that's just all I've been doing.
Well, the water here is nice.
It's another high-quality beach.
There's like a fourth girl here who's disabled in the back, or what?
No. There was an unused line for another girl, so I just added a new one behind the chair.
Right.
Very occasionally, I will make new NPCs to use lines that are otherwise unused if need be.
What are you doing here? Exactly what it looks like. Sunbathing. You don't usually think of this scene as a time when everyone's together, but I guess they are all on screen. Wait, no, Yuffie's not there.
Aerith and Tifa are guaranteed to be here because earlier they established they were going to the beach. And, depending on who's in your party, you can get like maximum 4 different characters present for this. My dogs are very excited by this. It's really interesting.
The Costa del Sol dogs.
Calm down.
I mean, this is a strong sort of Cloud link in Costa del Sol. You really only start losing this thread for a while after this, right? You don't pick it up again. Oh, I mean, except in Gongaga.
True.
If you skip Gongaga, then you don't get anything until you get to Nibelheim again. Sort of. Even then. Red 13 dies.
I like Red.
Yeah.
He's hot, okay? It's hot out. He's got a lot of fur.
He just looked like he fainted.
It's like the trouble is really just that Cosmo Canyon and I guess Corel to a lesser extent don't really, at Rocket Town I guess too, don't really feature any moments that progress the Cloud
Corel I don't mind
crisis, because
it feels like a very deliberate sort of shift of attention onto Barrett, and I really like that kind of breadth of not breath of fresh air, but like the way it mixes up what the story's focusing on.
Yeah. And I even said Corel to a lesser extent just because, like, if you look around enough, you know, Mookie mentioned Sephiroth in the Black Materia.
Right.
It's like the plot thread is still there, it's just kind of takes a backseat. Just like the entire premise of following the men in the black robes falls off a cliff after that until you get to Nibelheim.
Yeah.
I think it really needed to at least come up briefly in Gungaga and Cosmo Canyon.
These two bros chatting. Wait, where's the other one?
He's swimming now.
Oh, I missed it. I'm like kind of a
Things
genius.
I could say about those NPCs, but I feel like it's too niche even for this.
The swimming texture stuff?
So, like,
I could talk to
there's
Aerith,
two
man.
dudes at the beach, and they're, like, trying to get chicks, but Hojo has them all. But, like, partway through the Hojo scene, one of them will start swimming, and I'm pretty sure originally the swimming character was supposed to be like a third NPC, but they just reused one of those two guys for it instead. I don't know, whatever.
Not so much the premise falls off, but there's sort of like this large gap in like this breadcrumb trail that they've been laying. Basically starting after you leave Costa del Sol. And then depending on like who's in your party in Gongaga, you can sort of pick it back up. But then there's nothing in Cosmo Canyon whatsoever. And there's like, aside from the Black Cloaks being in Nibelheim and being able to check the basement, there's actually not that much there either, considering that it is Nibelheim.
Yeah.
You'd think that Cloud would like have some kind of forced flashback seeing the town. But
Well,
I guess just the town
please.
being standing. Is nice.
Nibelheim's its own kind of strange can of worms.
CASD, thanks for stopping by.
Yeah. I mean, I could also talk about how Aerith's narrative thrust. This is kind of the less. No, not really. I just feel like a lot of this game's subplots with the characters are maybe a little too optional for their own good. Sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, this one
like,
sort of
Aerith
got.
is supposed to be.
This got folded into the campfire scene for sure in Rebirth, right?
Yeah, like Aerith is supposed to be on this journey of self-discovery, you know, trying to find out her heritage as an ancient or whatever, and how that relates to Sephiroth. But, you know, if she's not in your party for Costa del Sol, she'll have that scene there. And then if she's not in your party for Cosmo Canyon, she'll comment on it if you talk to her in the bar. That's pretty much it for that.
Hit the hay.
Yeah, Dio mentioned Sephiroth is heading towards Gungaga, but Sephiroth is not in Gungaga, and none of the party acts like they're looking for him there.
Yeah,
But I guess it's kind of just one of those things with older games where you kind of just need to, use your imagination a little and put yourself into the characters' perspectives.
Yeah, I mean, we end up seeing them in Nibelheim, but that's another 2 cities away. And then when we get to Rocket Town, we do ask if... We ask about the captain, and we also ask, has anyone seen the Black Robes, right? It's kind of
Rocket Town
easy
is
to
the
forget
last
that
time you
detail.
get dialogue like that.
Alright, I'm just gonna run up to the entrance and save.
Let me link you that video real quick.
Get wiped out. Big guard available now or not yet? Is that after
You need
Corel?
manipulate to get it, and you don't have
Okay.
manipulate yet. I gotta upload it.
Yeah, send it over.
Thought I had it in the drive already.
I think that if you really do take the time to search around, see all these optional scenes, FF7 really does work a lot better. And that's something that a lot of people were willing to do more back when they first played it. So it's not necessarily... It's not as bad as it sounds.
Yeah, like nowadays, I've watched a ton of people stream this game because I'm a self-absorbed little guy who likes to see people play my mod.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people will like breeze right past all NPC dialogue.
Either because
and not
they
go out of their way.
Either because they played it before and they don't want to just see stuff they've seen a million times, or because maybe they're using boosters and stuff, and like the pace of progression that they've set for themselves is higher, faster.
Mm-hmm.
And talking to every last NPC would feel like it is slowing that down.
It's like outside of maybe like Cosmo Canyon, I don't think FF7 does that bad of a job communicating its like narrative thrust. You just kind of got to go out of your way to look for it.
Mm-hmm.
Compared to like, Remake or Rebirth, where anything of any real relevance will be put right in front of you.
Yeah. Yeah, the North Corel NPC is the first mention you get of Black Robes on this continent. It's the first mention of a Black Robe who isn't Sephiroth, aside from the guy in the pipe in Sector 5.
Yeah, that's another interesting thing, because up until North Corel, you are effectively just assuming you're following Sephiroth. Then, pipe guy aside, this is kind of the first time the idea of the copies get introduced.
Yeah.
Because, nobody on the previous continent was talking about tattoos. So, like,
alrighty.
You could assume...
Switch up here?
I just know too much about the various drafts of this game's script. Like, you could assume in Calm that's like a leftover from when you were just following the one Black Robe guy, and not a bunch of them.
Wait, I gotta equip her. Wind Cutter, right? Ooh. That's double growth, but I'll do this. Magnify healing, magnify lightning, elemental fire. I don't need this. Don't need this. Damn, you got so many magnifies right off the bat in this game. Did you send that over? Odie? Odie. Let me check my Discord, see if he sent it over. He did not. Got a shoot, got a jet. Alright, CRP8. Magnify is all, yep. I'm gonna check real quick if I can just find this file that Odie's looking for. Should be on our drive. I think he might have just totally disconnected. Oh, you back?
Hello?
Yep, you back?
Yeah, my internet totally went out for a second, sorry.
I think I can find, it's video 100, right? So what do I want? Tifa segment?
I'm still uploading it. It's not in the folder right now.
Oh, okay. Alright, so we're going to stop there today with the playing, but we'll show a little sneak preview of the Dismantled Diaries video Odie's, the massive project Odie's been putting together. So this is we're going to clip for the end of the YouTube recording stream that'll be on the playlist on our channel. So goodbye to everyone who's watching that. And then if you're here in the stream, stick around if you want to see this extra little sneak peek.
Yeah, I think we might need to vamp for a couple minutes because my internet going out.